This is Unit 2, Marketing and Strategy Interface, and today's topic is Competitive Advantage and Porter's 3 generic strategies. Competitive advantage. It makes the organizations in recognizing the competitors in the market, and based on the competition, the strategies are drawn to compete against those competitors. The successful growth of a business depends on a strong competitive edge that will build a loyal customer base that can be grown over the time. So it is one of the strategy, competitive advantage is one of the strategy that focuses on retaining the loyal customers and also looking for the potential customers and retaining the loyal customers. What makes how to prepare the strategies for competitive advantage, how to make the competitive assessment. So comparison should be done between the products or services to the competitors products or services, that is it may be features, service, quality, price, distribution, as well as the building brand image. So the assessment should also be in the area where the listing of various companies which are involved in the production of those products or services should be listed or studied. Then the market concentration, that is large number of marketers, large number of Porter's 3 generic strategies. This was given by Michael Porter, a graduate of Harvard University, in his book that has been written in 1985, which he identified 3 strategies that businesses has to use to tackle the competition. So these approaches can be applied to all the businesses, whether they are product based or service based. So he called these approaches as generic strategies, which include overall cost leadership, differentiation strategy, and the focus strategy. So these 3 strategies, these have been created to improve and gain a competitive advantage over competitors. These strategies can also be recognized as the comparative advantage as well as the differential advantage. First generic strategy given by Michael Porter is cost leadership strategy. Cost leadership, it is a business's ability to produce a product or service that will be a lower cost than its competitors. If the business is able to produce the same quality product in regard to its competitors but sell it for less price, then this gives a competitive advantage over other businesses. So thus here we can say that it is the business is going to provide a price value to the customers, wherein the customers can be retained as well as the business can retain its loyal customers. So lower cost will result in higher profits because here the businesses are still they will be in a position of making a reasonable profit on the goods or services sold. So if the businesses are not making a large more profit, then here Porter recommends that finding a lower cost base such as through its labor or raw materials or some other transportation. So these factors should be considered where these has to be lowered. Lower cost has to be taken for these resources. So this gives businesses a lower manufacturing cost over those of other competitors. In this, the company or the business can add some value to the customer. That's what we call it as a cost benefit to the customers. So to succeed at giving a lower price to its customers while still achieving some profitability or a return on investment, the firm must be able to operate to the maximum extent. It has to go for a lower cost than its rivals or competitors. So that's why this strategy is called as cost leadership strategy, wherein the business is going to take lower cost for achieving the profits as well as getting the returns on investment than its competitors. So for this, there are three ways to achieve. That is, one is high asset utilization. The asset should be utilized to a maximum extent. Then direct and indirect operating costs should be low. And there should be control over the value chain. So these are all the three ways wherein the lower cost can be maintained. Cost leadership can be taken by the business. Next strategy, that is differential strategy. Differential advantage can be taken by any business whenever the products or services they are entirely different from its competitors. For this, the business needs a strong research, development, and design strategies to make some innovative ideas to work against its competitors. So if it has to be different from its competitors, then it has to go through a long research. It has to work to the maximum extent wherein it can improve its goods or services by providing or delivering high quality as well as giving the benefit to the customers. In his book, Michael Porter recommended making the goods or services which are attractive and which will stand for a long run from its competitors. So he has given this that the goods or services should be more attractive to the customers than its competitors. So if customers they see a product or service as being different from other products, then they will be in some way or the other they will be willing to pay more to receive those benefits too. Once the benefits are more, then the customer will not go back or will not hesitate to pay a little more for attaining that product or service. So this is about differential strategy. Next one, focus strategy. This strategy tries to get businesses to aim at a few target markets instead of going for the entire market or targeting everyone. So usually this strategy is used for smaller businesses because they'll not be having the appropriate resources or they'll not be having the ability to target each and every customer. The businesses which will be using this method or this strategy, they'll focus on the needs of the customers. They'll find out what are the basic needs of the customers, what they need more, and how the products or services can improve their daily lives, or how they are going to satisfy those needs. And even some firms, what they will do means they will make the consumers give their inputs for their products or service. So they'll be able to know what is the key factor which they need, and how those are going to get satisfied. So this strategy is also called as a segmentation strategy, because the markets are segmented based on geographic or demographic or behavioral and the physical segmentation. So based on the segmentation, the strategies are developed. So that's why this is called as a segmentation strategy. Porter believes that the businesses, once they have decided what groups they are going to target, then it is essential to decide if they will take the cost leadership approach or differentiation approach. That is to retain the competitive advantage.